Hello.
What's up?
Hey, welcome.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome,
Hello,
everybody,
world.
inside the booth.
All right.
We are now live. Beautiful.
Yes. It's going to be a great show tonight, everybody. Great show. Great show.
Yes. Apologize for my camera, but it's all right. The show must go on. That's what
The
I
show
always
must
say.
go on. That's right.
That's right.
So, welcome to Inside the Booth Live, our Sunday night talk show. And tonight we have our guest, Matthew. What's
Hello.
up, Matthew?
Hey, Dave.
And what else? We're gonna do a review, live review with Matthew, and it's gonna be Rocky.
Rocky.
Which one?
Number
Rocky.
one. 1975.
Because anything else
okay.
is Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5,
I just keep
Rocky
going.
Balboa.
And that's it.
No. And then it goes to Creed. And then
Oh,
Creed
that's right.
2.
That's right. That's right.
But tonight,
I haven't seen the Creeds yet.
oh, those are
Man,
excellent.
good
But
movie.
that's not what we're talking about tonight.
I know. I'm just saying I haven't seen those yet. But yeah, Rocky 1, man.
The original Rocky.
Yes.
1976. So
That's
we
right.
have our 5 categories, which are plot, acting, cinematography, that's 3, score,
Which is the music.
and the allegory. So
Mhm.
since there's 3 of us doing this review,
Beautiful.
if it gets above 10, you know it's the bomb.
That's
bomb
right.
biggie.
That's right.
So,
Nice.
but I wanna mention I did watch last week's review that I was not on for, and good job, Daniel.
Oh,
Good
thank
job. Good job by yourself, talking to yourself, and calling yourself an idiot. So whatever.
you. Yeah. Well, you know, you know, when there's nothing I can't talk about, or you know, thoughts are coming to my head, I'm silent, and then I'm like, yeah, this part's stupid.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because you're like, if David was here, he'd fill in the gaps for me.
Now I got 2 of you to fill in the gaps.
Oh yeah.
I love it. We'll have to do this more often.
All right.
And after we do our review, we will promote our YouTuber.
That's right.
I don't know how we started or why we even started promoting a YouTuber at the end of the show, but we have. And now it continues.
That's right. That's right. It'll continue till we either don't have any more to think about, or YouTube shuts down.
Yes.
You always can find somebody on YouTube.
That's right.
Mhm.
But before we start with our review, I just want to introduce Matthew. So Matthew, you're one of my good friends, and you are, I would like to say you're a fan of Inside the Booth, because
I am.
you've been watching frequently. So, and
It's such a great name.
Oh, well, thank you.
I love the name. It's really catchy.
yeah, it's different, just like us.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I was telling your brother earlier before going live that like one day, like, you know, when this thing gets big and big and big, you guys can get a warehouse and make like, you know, scenes in the background and have a booth. So then you can be like inside the booth always.
Yeah,
That'd be so cool. I'm just, you know,
That would be.
just thinking that last night.
yeah, that would be awesome. Honestly,
Yeah.
that'd be great. So, Matthew, you want to share a little bit about yourself, just so
Yeah,
I don't know, our fans, subscribers, whatever you want to call them, friends, family.
I've been a fan of film for a while. I have my degree in video production from Bloomfield College, and creative writing as a minor. And I met David last year when I was working in Florida with Life Touch Photography, which that's kind of on hiatus now with everything.
Yeah.
Everything
Thanks,
else is
COVID.
kind of on hiatus. Yeah. So I haven't, I travel with Life Touch like kind of all over the place. And last year I got to go to Florida. My boss said like my numbers were really good, so I could go there and help out the team down there. And then I met David at Oasis Church. We just hit it off there afterwards. So it's been good friends ever since.
Yep.
And then I met his.
That's good.
Then I met his brother. Met you through this. So like it's all coming together.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
And the really cool thing is about meeting Matthew is that he is from the area that I used to live in like the Hudson Valley, Middletown area of New York.
Oh,
so
beautiful New York!
What a small world. That's what I keep saying.
Definitely. Yeah. How do you like Governor Cuomo's Utopia?
Oh, he's an idiot. Yeah.
Yes. All right, we won't get into too much politics here.
Yes.
Yes.
That'll be for another show, another time, another channel.
Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
All right.
Okay. I just had to know. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Let's start with all right. So Rocky, well, who wants to share the plot? Who wants to start? Anybody?
Okay.
I'll start. I know you guys can't see me, but I'll start. Which sucks that you can't see me because I got Rocky playing behind me. So, right, it would have been cool. But anyways, yeah, you know what? I like the plot where the underdog comes to the top. But in actuality, it's not really the underdog coming to the top. It was some top-notch guy who's like, hey, I need to fight somebody. Let's find an underdog and let me fight him and I'll win. And, it'll just give a guy a chance to have publicity, And yeah, you know what? I think that was pretty cool. I like the plot. And then there's like subplots, obviously, in the movie.
Right.
Not too, and it was good. I love the subplots. Dysfunctional family, friends, stuff like that. So I give the plot a point. That's my opinion.
Okay. For me, I would agree. The plot, the whole storyline of this movie was just pretty much well written. Like I feel like it was a well written script. It stars Sylvester Stallone, Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed, and Stallone wrote this movie. So he's the one who wrote the movie. So honestly, I think he did a really good job, and I believe this is the movie that propelled him into Hollywood to become a Hollywood superstar, an action hero, So,
right.
But
it had a lot of comedy in it, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, there was a few moments that were pretty funny, but I think it was the moments where he's like, Stallone's talking to Paulie, and he's like, Paulie, I'm an idiot. You don't want to work. You don't want to be a collector, Paulie. You don't make good money, Paulie. And Paulie's like, come on, Rock. I don't want to be in a freezer all my life. Okay, that was a bad impression of Paulie, but
right, yeah. But he was definitely a screamy type guy.
Yeah,
always,
he was
always loud.
loud, drunk, but yeah, I think the script was well written. You know, Stallone did a really good job writing the script. I don't know the backstory. Like, I was gonna try and look up the backstory why Stallone wrote Rocky the way he did, but sometimes I'll wonder.
Right.
I wonder if he wrote that story to fit himself. You know, like, I'm an underdog actor. Nobody wants me. I stink. What's wrong with my house? It stinks or something?
Yeah,
like
it stinks. I know it stinks.
Stinks.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he wrote the script to fit, like, what am I, a stinky actor or something? You don't like me? You don't like me? I'm gonna throw a few punches here. But I don't know. I thought he wrote the script. I thought it was well written.
It was.
What I do like about the script is that it builds up. It's a building up script, and quite honestly, I don't see a lot of that type of movies today where you're building up to the climax and then you hit the climax, right? And then you're like, yeah, this is what I was waiting for this whole time.
Yes.
But
That's
anyways,
true.
I give it a point.
Definitely.
And I'm next.
What about you, Matt?
Yeah, you're next, Matthew.
So to kind of springboard what you just said, David, he did write the script, but it went through numerous reviews or revises, and the story goes that like only like 10% of what he written was like finalized in the final script.
Oh, jeez.
So, and he had only $106 at the bank at the time, and he spent 84 hours using a pad and pen to write the first draft of Rocky. So they did a lot of rewrites, but in the end, they did use his character, and he wasn't going to be the star of the film. The studio wanted to put somebody else there, but he said he wouldn't sell the script unless he was actually the star, because it is loosely based around his life. So that I enjoyed that, learning that. I like learning the back end stuff of what's surrounding a film. So,
Yeah.
And
That's
this one,
cool.
I mean, and it won the Oscar that year, so it won Best Picture. So the first time, kind of him writing a script and having it produced, and boom, he hit like a home run, and it kind of like what you were saying, he just kind of jump started his whole entire career.
Yeah.
So I thought that was great. But I definitely give
cool.
this a point. I definitely give it a point.
Awesome. All right. Acting. Daniel, go ahead.
Acting. Let's see here. You know what? I did like the acting. I liked how Stallone played a dumb guy. You know, and what's interesting to me about the acting is that, he wasn't a smart man, but at the same time, he was like, you know, he was getting his brain together as the movie went along, you know? And obviously, if you watch Rocky Balboa, he's got a better brain. So,
surprisingly, after getting pounded so many times.
Right, exactly. You know, I liked the big, you know, I don't know, I liked Sylvester's acting. I liked oh goodness, I should have put up all the names.
IMDb.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. The female actor, what is her name?
Oh Lord.
Give me 1 second here. I'm pulling it up on my computer. See, this is the
and
blah 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 blah.
She was also in The Godfather. She was kind of a big star from back in the day.
Oh, was she?
yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, she was definitely in. She was more into the Godfather version than the Rocky version, supposedly.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Talia Shire is her name.
Shire.
There
Yep.
you go.
Yeah, she was good. I liked her.
Daniel,
Let's see.
kudos for not taking 5 minutes to do that.
Oh, thanks. Burt Young. Burt Young played Paulie. Liked the acting there. The loud drunk. Carl Weathers. Definitely liked him. And
Apollo Creed.
yeah, Apollo Creed. And Burgess Meredith, which was Mickey. I liked his character. I liked how he was like upfront and blunt and kind of an angry guy. And then but when he went into the one scene where he goes up to his, he hears about Rocky taking on the fight, and he goes up to the Rocky's apartment. He was kind of, he had like a scared. You could see in his face, like, is he going to let me, train him or not, type of thing, because he knew he wasn't there for him for a while. And definitely Rocky laid into him in that scene. So, I give the acting a point. I did enjoy it. So, yeah. And Stallone, if you didn't know this, Stallone's brother was in the movie as well.
Yes, Frank Stallone.
Stallone. That's right.
Oh.
He was
He was the guy he yelled at. He said, "Get a job, you bum." I thought that was so funny.
To his brother. I didn't know that. That's good information.
Yep,
That's
that was
funny.
his brother. That was his real brother. Get a job, you bum. And he wrote the one song there in the movie as well.
Which song?
I forgot the name of the song, honestly. Goodness.
All right. Well, while you're figuring that
So,
out.
anyways, I'm figuring that out. Go ahead and I gave it a point.
Okay. All right. So for me, acting. You know what? I'm not going to take very long on this. Acting, I give it a point, and my personal reasons behind giving it a point is because the drama in it felt real to me. Like you could feel like you're in Philadelphia, 1975 or 76. I don't know what year they used in the movie. And you feel like you're actually there, and the dysfunction of the characters in the movie, to me, it felt like you could kind of feel like you're there. I don't know how else to describe it. Other than
art imitating life.
Yeah.
That's a good way, I think, to put it.
Yeah, that's a good word. Art imitating life. So,
Yes.
to me, they did a really good job at their characters and their personalities and how they came together and collided.
Right.
So you got Rocky, he's a club fighter, and then he goes and collects. He's a collector. Honestly, rewatching this and realizing, Rocky Balboa is a collector in the beginning of his life. And he's going around bullying people to get money.
Yep. He became the muscle for a mobster.
Yeah, he was muscle. And I didn't realize that until watching it. And I was like, oh, jeez.
It doesn't suit him, though.
Yeah.
No, it didn't suit him at all. Yep.
Right. So the character Rocky doesn't fit being a collector, but in his journey to becoming, the champ almost. I don't know. I can't remember if they said it was a tie split at the end of the movie. I think it was a draw. But
no, Creed won by the counts of punches. Yeah, they count the punches at the end, and he had more punches, so they declared him the winner.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So sorry, I missed that at the end. But the whole journey of Rocky, I just want to make myself basically to show not people, but to show himself that he can do it. Like his whole journey was all about having that self-respect and proving to himself that he has what it takes to be a real boxer. That wasn't just, I'm just, a collector here, just collecting. But but yeah, he so I give acting a point, and there you go.
I will also give it a point. And the scene that I rewatched it last night. The scene I give it to was when he takes his soon-to-be bride home and like shows him the apartment, and then like she wanted to leave, and like the tension in that scene is like perfect. Like she didn't want to be there. She shouldn't know if she should be. So it's the first time in a guy's like place, and he's like, "Well, you can trust me." He's trying to get the trust and everything. You don't know what's going on.
Very awkward for me too.
Yeah. And then she, like even like her reactions of like everything was just like it almost looked a little too real, but it was like perfect. And then they start kissing. You're like, oh wow, it's probably one of the most passionate kisses probably around that time in the 70s, like in a film, I would say, because it was really well done.
Yeah,
It kind of reminded me of like the old school Cary Grant movies or something like that, or James can't remember the other guy's name, James Stewart. Like it's just like the passion there was just perfect. So I definitely give that a point of it.
Yeah.
So
what I liked about that whole scene was she was telling him she was uncomfortable, and he goes, "Well, I'm uncomfortable too." I was like, where does this guy come up with these lines?
He's just trying, man. He's just trying.
Yeah, he was trying to make her feel more comfortable, I guess.
I like the fact that.
But if you realize, like after that part, she even believes in herself too, because Paulie would always like demean her, saying like, "You're not good, you're an idiot, you're a fool." And after that moment, those two guys, they came together, almost like saying like, "Oh, they come together, one flesh coming together." It was just like brilliant, and now she has confidence in herself now because she has this man that loves her, and
Well, I like what Stallone, like Rocky says later on in the movie when he's talking to Paulie. He's like, "I got gaps. She's got gaps. We got gaps, and then we come together and we fill the gaps."
Yeah, that's
brilliant.
A good one. Yeah.
Keep it real.
A good line. Yeah, that's a good line. I'll say one thing
smart,
though. Yeah. This movie definitely, this movie to me says people are messy.
Yes.
Everything about life is messy. But I'll save that for my allegory section.
Okay.
But
sounds good.
But in that scene, I just want to touch a little bit on that scene because I was telling my brother earlier, I was like, "Yo, what's wrong with Rocky? He doesn't know how to take no for an answer. He's crossing boundaries here, man." And all I can think of is cancel culture. They're gonna cancel this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has the patriarchy all over it.
Yeah. Definitely would not go with the times today, I guess.
No.
But
it's a great movie.
Too bad because it's good. It's good.
Oh, at the end you should another category I think you guys should do is it rewatchable? And I think Rocky is definitely rewatchable multiple times. Because there's some films you're like, okay, I'm never going to watch this again. That's nice. But this film I can watch over and over again.
Yeah. No, definitely.
And
I think this is rewatchable.
Not only is it just rewatchable, but when you do rewatch it, you still can get the emotions from the movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Like absolutely. I'm like rooting for Rocky. You go, man. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You got this.
Yeah, exactly. It's raw and real. I love it.
Yeah. All right. So we all gave that one a point. Let's hit up the score. Go ahead, bro.
What about the cinematography first?
Let's just get the music out of the way.
Okay.
There's no specific order.
Okay, that's fine. The score. let's go back to Frank Stallone's song. It was called "Take You Back." I don't know if you remember that in the movie. I think I do remember hearing it. So I think some of the music was good, especially the opening music and the theme song. But there was just some parts in that movie. The music just made me feel like I was watching a 1970s porno. It was just that almost like elevator techno-y type stuff. And I don't know if it really. I'm glad they didn't play it loud, but definitely I think they could have done without that. Just didn't fit the scenes sometimes. So I want to say I'll give it a half a point because of the good parts of the music, but then there were some bad music also. So can I do that? Can I give it a half a point?
I guess so. I mean, we've never done half points before, but
I know, but
well, how do you do it? You do 1 point, 2 points? Like what do you?
We do one.
Well,
we either give it a point or not a point in each section,
Okay.
and then it adds up to however many points at the end.
Well,
So.
yeah, 5 categories normally between my brother and I, it would come out to 10 points. So,
yep.
Okay, I gotcha.
So now we're gonna have a half.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mark this on the calendar. First time we did a half.
That's right. What did you think, bro?
All right, my I can't help it. I'm gonna give it a point just because when the movie opens and it starts off with the Rocky theme.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be good. Like the first scene right off the bat, I was like, yes.
It does give you that good feeling, yes.
So there you go. I give it a point.
All right.
And I also give it a point just because I love them. I love the old school montage of him training. I'll always love that.
Yep.
That's just classic.
That Rocky theme.
That is true.
I'll always like that for that reason. So I give it a point too.
Nice. All right, bro. Now you can do your cinematography.
All right, cinematography. Even though it was old, and even though they didn't have a lot of places to film, I think they did a brilliant job with what they filmed. So I will give it a point.
I'll make this real simple. I give it a point.
Nice.
I just like the fact that because there's no CGI.
Right.
That's why, and the filming, the whole cinematography is legit. I actually just read on IMDb.
Yep.
Did I get that right? Okay.
Yep.
So I just read because I was trying to school myself with what goes on behind the scenes and stuff. So the one scene where Stallone is running, right?
Uh-huh.
I think it's the montage scene.
One, yep.
And they just filmed with one camera. I guess the guy was hanging out of a van. So it was just one camera, Stallone running, and people are looking at him, and nobody knows that they're filming a movie. They just see a guy running.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Behind a van with a camera. And they didn't know that they were filming Rocky. And so one of the guys at a fresh market stand, you know how they have those fruits and vegetable stands.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over Stallone running, and he just tosses him an orange, just tossed him an orange. So it was an improv, and so he catches it and just keeps running.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is cool.
So I give it a point just because of just how it was made. There was no CGI. So anyways.
Yes, for that reason too, I'll give it a point as well. They didn't have. I was reading up. They didn't have a huge budget to get like studio lights and whatnot for certain scenes, so they had to kind of just work around the the sun, and they did a fantastic job, I thought. So they had to be creative, and they didn't have a lot of time to actually film this whole movie, so they were like on a time frame. But so what they got was I think beautiful.
Yeah.
So I give that a point.
That's cool. Yeah, definitely. So then now we go to Allegory.
All right.
Yes, I give the Allegory a point. And I just love how, it reminds me of, just God giving us some chances in life to prove ourselves as who we are as people, to make better choices, to move on with life, not to stay put in one little area, and not to let the words that people say to us keep us down,
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed that. Obviously, I could, if I thought about it more, I could probably find more allegories to this movie, but that's what I have for tonight.
Okay. So for Allegory, I was able to draw out a few of them. So yes, I give Rocky a point for Allegory. So I started talking about life being a mess. So just previously when I was bringing that up. So when I see all these characters interacting and how everybody is a mess, I want to touch on Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed comes into the movie with pride. He's very prideful, and he thinks, let's just get one of these rookies or one of these, because his fight was canceled. And he's like, I don't want to cancel my fight. Let's just pick somebody off the street, and I'll beat the snot out of him, and it'll be a fun show,
Because he's the champion of the world.
Yeah, he's the
That's
champ.
right.
So he's coming in with a lot of pride.
Yep.
I'm the champ. I got money. I'm gonna make this a great show, And then with the other characters in their messy lives, with Rocky, Paulie, Adrian, they all got their issues, and but like my brother was saying, the second chance thing. So Rocky comes in, he's a collector, working for a mob guy, and it's funny because Apollo Creed picks him. So it's like God gives people the second chance, even through. Okay, I'm gonna say like the enemy. Okay, the enemy thinks that he's so good at what he does, so he's gonna pick the low of lows and make a joke out of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what does Jesus do? Jesus takes the lowly, he takes the outcasts, he takes all the bums. You bum? You bum?
You bum? Oh, you fighter bums.
You're a bum, Rock. You just collecting money for a mob. You're wasting your life.
Yep.
Come on, Nick.
Yep.
You're a champ, Rock. You just don't know it.
Right, yeah.
But that's what God does. God takes the bums and starts to elevate them up. So in a way, it's like a David and Goliath moment in the ring at the end of the movie. The climax. This is the best part of the movie, the climax. So here comes the bum, the Italian stallion, versus Apollo Creed, the champion of the world. And
right.
And God takes the lowly one, the broken one, and messes up the one that's prideful. Messes them up. Boom, 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 boom. And then
the first time when he does the uppercut and he falls down, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, everybody just goes nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because you've never been hit before like that.
Exactly.
And then he kind of realized, okay, this is a fight.
Yeah, this is real now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
His pride was put into check.
right,
Yep.
exactly. And that's
Yeah,
what
exactly.
God does. He takes the brokens and gives them strength, and the enemy gets sucker punched, and then the enemy realizes, oh, this is real.
Right.
But
We're not in fantasy world anymore.
yeah. And so it's like, so it's got that whole feel. You could go in the Bible and see all of that kind of, all those stories played out, with the patriarchs of old and the fathers of the faith, and even King David, and all these characters in the Bible, man. You could definitely relate that to Rocky, big time. And it's funny because, all right, so I was telling Daniel earlier, I'm like, yo, that scene, I never realized that scene is premarital sex. The one that we were talking about earlier, the one, Matthew, that you pointed out, where the passionate kiss, and
Right.
I'm like,
but you didn't have to show anything though,
no,
Yeah.
right.
You just know. Yeah.
That's what was coming up, right? The intimacy that,
Right.
and I don't, I was being judgmental, and I was like, yeah, that's premarital sex, but the reality is that's life. Life happens, but God,
Life ain't perfect.
right? The King that we serve, Jesus, right? God Almighty, He is a redeemer and a restorer. Now we know, and anyone else who's ever seen the Rocky series, we know that they get married in the second movie, anyways. So,
That's right. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, exactly.
Spoiler. I guess there's a lot of kids that probably have never seen Rocky. So, anyways,
Yeah, probably not.
but they consummate they get married anyways, and they stay together. You watch the whole series; they are together till death do they part. So it just reminds me that life is messy and nothing's perfect except for Jesus. And Jesus takes the broken and gives them power to overcome their fears, their trials, their enemies. Even though Rocky was like, Apollo, he's the best. He's the best. Adrian, he's the best. I just want to go the distance. That's it. I just want to go the distance. And he
at
did.
the end you could hear. At the end, you could hear is like, there won't be a second fight. Don't want one. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
I just always laugh at that.
Yep.
But there you go. That's my point for Allegory.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll give it a. Yeah, I also agree with you on that. I think the whole thing was second chances is definitely like the allegorical kind of side to this film. Also, I like the internal and external what's going on with his character. So on the exterior of himself, he's like this fighter that doesn't show like any emotion or whatever. And then when he gets together with his future wife, he's more sensitive. And then like when he was leaving that one night, he's like even though like he's excited to get the chant, he said he was scared, and like he was finally like opened up to her, and so like you can see the struggle between this Rocky character, and then on the inside he's just like, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna. Well, again, stay the course. That's been my whole theme for the last 2 weeks. I've been talking about that with you, David. So just stay the course and watch what God does. So I also give this a point as well in Allegory.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, we basically total up the scores. It would be 14 and a half.
That's right.
Darn
That's
you,
right.
Did win it. It did win Best Picture, man.
Yeah.
It did. But it did.
Would it be better, Daniel, if it was John Williams who did the score?
Actually, no, because it wouldn't have fit. that type of music, I don't think that type of music would have fit the movie, you know?
Mhm.
All right.
So,
How about Hans Zimmer?
same, similar situation.
Whatever. Whatever.
Anyways, it was just those little musical parts that I didn't like, you know? But it didn't take away from the scenes, I don't believe.
No, it definitely did.
It was definitely more the acting that worked it out, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I
yeah.
agree with that.
Awesome.
One thing we didn't mention that I want to mention real quickly.
Yeah.
The very first fight that you see, well, actually the opening scene,
Fighting Spider.
with Spider, yeah, and Rocky's not fighting like he's actually just fighting like a sprawler, you know. He wants to just like always grab the guy, or you know, he's not really fighting. You know, it's just
Clean, yeah.
So it was just weird, you know. I'm like, man, so this guy was more of a street fighter, not really a boxer in the beginning. So
He's a
Yeah,
southpaw.
that's true.
yeah, his
Southpaw.
southpaw. That's right. When he's beating the meat.
Yeah.
And
That definitely is not sanitary, by the way. I hope they didn't sell that meat.
yeah, right. Right.
No,
You
the
get COVID
meat
for
price
sure.
the meat price went up because of him.
That's right. That's right. Helped out Paulie.
Oh well,
Thanks.
that was a thing. He broke his doing that scene. He broke his one of his knuckles, and he flattened it like all his knuckles in that movie. Even till today, if he shows your knuckles, it's all flat, and that's because of that movie in the beginning or during the movie.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
it's a fun little tidbit.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well,
All right.
I'm sure he's glad he broke his knuckles for that movie because it's
He'll
set
always
him off on
remember.
a career. His
Yeah,
career
absolutely.
path. Hey, breaking my knuckles is okay. I'll do it again.
That's right. Well,
Nice.
So
let's wrap this up. It's been quite some time now.
when you have a guest, you're going to have a little extra time.
A little extra time. That's right.
Yay!
Thanks for being here, Matthew.
So let me
No
just
problem.
say to our viewers, if you've watched Rocky, please make comments and leave comments
Tell us your
below and
thoughts.
just tell us your thoughts, what you think about the movie, good or bad, we don't care, because we already gave it 14 and a half points. So
That's right.
it's
Nice.
it's a movie you want to watch because it got 14 and a half points from inside the booth. So
That's right.
but yeah, leave your comments below, please. And so let's talk about let's promote our YouTuber for the night.
That's right. Let's do it.
I guess I will announce our YouTuber. Tonight, we promote Awaken with JP.
That's right. Love it. And on Facebook, his name is JP Sears.
JP Sears. Okay.
Yep. So if you wanna, whoever's watching, you wanna check him out, Facebook or YouTube, check him out. He's very funny.
Yes, he's a comedian.
He's comedian. Yeah, that's right.
Sarcastic.
Yeah,
His
very sarcastic.
Long red hair.
Yes.
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 And he is pretty cut too. I mean, he does do his like yoga stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
if you
good
see
stuff.
any of his videos, recently he's been doing videos about California being locked down, and he has a lot of political videos right now where he's making fun of the government and all their decision making. But he also promotes free thinking. He promotes freedom of speech and even freedom of religion. So, but I enjoy watching Awakening with JP. It is a lot of fun. I mean, I'm trying to think which video I saw that really made me laugh.
I think the mask one was probably one of my favorite ones.
Okay, explain it.
Where he's the mask one about driving with masks on.
Yes,
that one I think was probably one of my favorites. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, the sarcasm.
So yeah, very much
really
sarcastic. Another one that I enjoyed was when he was talking about how his haters hate him or something like that. Oh, I'm a liberal, but I'm a conservative, because he's got so many people that follow him that are like, that are confused on what he is, So they keep telling him what he is.
Oh, there was a recent one he did, which was red versus blue. And it was a conversation that he had with himself. As the guy in red and the guy in blue. And I thought that video was very funny because the conversation goes something like this, like, so how are you? Good. How are you? Great. Who are you voting for? Biden. Who are you voting for? Trump. And then it goes downhill from there. Basically, at the end of the conversation, one of his characters says, well, this was a nice conversation. Yes, it was. Now I hope you die. Yeah, you too. And then they walk away.
I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, that was pretty recent.
Yeah, he's a very good YouTuber.
Alrighty. Yeah, he's pretty good. So, yeah, everyone that's watching us right now, go check him out.
Yes.
Also, remember to check us out, share this, and tell people about us, and subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed yet, and also hit that bell button to be notified for new content coming up.
Yes.
And we are always going to film our live shows on YouTube now. So remember, the bell button will tell you we're coming.
Yes.
Coming for you.
Coming for you.
That's right.
Okay, I just looked up that video. It's how the left and right fight.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's a pretty funny one.
Nice.
But and okay, after this, I just want to promote. Look at this mug. Is this not
beautiful mug?
An awesome mug? 16 ounces of deliciousness can go in this mug. If you'd like one of these awesome Inside the Booth mugs, please visit our website, which is insidetheboothreviews.com. There you can also donate $12 to get a mug. So
that's right.
We'd greatly appreciate that. So
cool.
It's not easy making content sometimes.
No, that's right.
So
how long have you guys been doing this now?
2017.
We've been doing
3 years, right?
3 years doing Inside the Booth. It's only been a few months that we've been doing the live stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, this is great, by the way. I think this is what you guys are doing with the live stuff is wonderful.
Yeah,
cool.
This is a lot of fun, actually.
Yep, definitely is.
The
Engage
best
with
part,
people. Yeah.
The best part is the fact that my brother lives in New York, like you do, Matthew, and I live in Florida, and we can still do Inside the Booth.
That's right.
Yeah,
together. To me, that's the best part. When we started, for all of our subscribers, when my brother and I started, he was living in Orlando, and I was living in Bradenton, We did 4 episodes in the backyard of my house. We did another 4 episodes in his friend's studio, which he still has 2 videos to edit. Daniel.
That's right. Don't worry, I'll get them done.
And so it's it was nice. And then, life happens, and my brother and his family had to move back to New York. So,
well, let me know. I'm an editor too, so if you need help or whatever, just let me know, because I have all the programs and whatnot to help out. So just let me know. Shoot me an email or anything.
Awesome.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you, Matthew.
Definitely
appreciate that.
Let you come aboard. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
we'll hire you.
Hire
him. Right.
Yeah, we're gonna hire you. How's $1 video? For now, until we make some money.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
No, this is good stuff. Man. I like this.
Cool. All right, thank you.
All right, so just want to we'll end here. Again, thank you everybody for watching. Matthew, thank you for coming on, being our special guest.
Thanks for having me.
And everybody else, just so you know, if you're on our Facebook group page, Inside the Booth, you're friends of ours on Inside the Booth regular page. I don't know what you would call that, but and a subscriber page. And a subscriber here on our channel. If you want to be a guest on Inside the Booth, drop us an email. Let us know, and we'll bring you on, because you guys are our fans, friends, family.
That's right.
By just being here, you're supporting us, and we appreciate that. So we want to make you a part of Inside the Booth. So Matthew, thank you, and everybody else, thank you. God bless you. Have a great night.
All right. See you guys.
Later, guys.